and I am the golfing scientist.
Imagine a windswept coast in 15th century Scotland. Shepherds use crooked sticks to strike pebbles into rabbit holes, laughing as the game becomes more serious. This simple pastime would soon spark a royal controversy. In 1457, the Scottish Parliament, under King James II, had actually banned golf, declaring it a distraction from archery, which was vital for national defense. But here's the twist. The ban didn't end the game. It only made it more appealing. Ordinary villagers and nobles alike kept playing, their passion too strong to be silenced. By 1502, King James IV himself had fallen under golf's spell. He not only lifted the ban, but also became the first recorded royal golfer. From that moment, golf shifted from a forbidden pastime into a pursuit fit for kings. The windswept links of Scotland, places like Leith and Musselburgh, became the playgrounds where the sport grew roots. Yet golf was still far from today's structured game. Courses had no set length, holes varied wildly, and no official rules tied players together. The stage was set, but the script of golf's history had only begun to be written. The birth of rules and the rise of St. Andrews. As golf spread across Scotland, a new problem emerged: chaos. Every course had its quirks, and every group played by its own house rules. A game at one town could feel completely different in the next. Without structure, golf risked remaining a pastime rather than becoming a recognized sport. That all changed in 1744, when the gentlemen golfers of Leith wrote down the first official 13 rules of golf. These rules may seem simple now: tee off within a club length of the hole, play the ball as it lies, no touching hazards. But they provided a framework that turned casual play into an organized competition. Then came the true turning point: St. Andrews. Known today as the home of golf, this coastal course reshaped the sport. In 1764, the Society of St. Andrews Golfers standardized the round at 18 holes, setting the rhythm still followed worldwide. Suddenly, golf had a heartbeat that was the same everywhere, a round with a clear beginning and end.
Talented they are, it's not the kind of hole you should attack. You must play it defensively, play for the front of the green with your second shot, and hope for a chip and one putt for a four.
St. Andrews became not only a course but a symbol, drawing players and shaping the culture of the game. But even with rules and structure, golf remained limited by its tools. And those tools were about to change everything. Revolution of balls, clubs, and distance. For centuries, golfers struck a fragile creation called the feathery, a leather pouch stuffed with boiled feathers, hand-stitched and expensive. It was beautiful, but it cracked easily and cost a fortune, keeping golf a game for the wealthy few. Then in 1848, Reverend Robert Adams Patterson introduced the gutta percha ball, molded from tree sap. Durable, cheaper, and easier to produce, the gutty opened golf to the masses. Participation exploded, and suddenly the game was no longer reserved for elites. It was for anyone with passion and a club. But progress didn't stop there. In 1898, Coburn Haskell unveiled the wound rubber core ball, the Haskell ball. It flew farther and truer than anything before, revolutionizing distance. Scores plummeted, and golfers realized the game they once knew was evolving into something faster and more competitive. By the 1920s, steel-shafted clubs arrived, legalized by the USGA in 1924. Stronger and more consistent than hickory, they pushed performance even further. Every leap in equipment, technology forced players and courses to adapt. Fairways were stretched, hazards redesigned, and strategy transformed. Golf was no longer just about finesse. It became a contest of power, precision, and endurance. With tools advancing rapidly, the sport now stood ready for a stage far larger than Scotland's shores. The age of global championships was about to begin. The age of championships and global icons. With rules and equipment in place, golf was ready for competition on a grand scale. In 1860, the first Open Championship was held at Prestwick in Scotland, crowning Willie Park Sr. as its inaugural winner. What began as a local contest soon evolved into one of the sport's most prestigious traditions. Across the Atlantic, the U.S. Open was born in 1895, followed by the PGA Championship in 1916, and finally the Masters in 1934 at Augusta National. Together, these became the four men's majors, the crown jewels of golf. But championships were only part of the story. Golf found drama in team rivalries too. The Ryder Cup, launched in 1927, turned a quiet individual sport into a fiery clash of nations. USA versus Great Britain and later Europe sparked a passion that continues to this day, with moments of triumph and heartbreak etched into history. And it wasn't only men who carved out legacies. In 1950, the Ladies Professional Golf Association, LPGA, was formed, creating a platform where women could shine on the global stage. Stars like Babe Didrikson, Zaharias, and, later, Annika Sorenstam inspired generations, proving golf was truly for everyone. The sport was now global, televised, and iconic. Yet as the game grew in prestige, a new challenge loomed. Money, technology, and power would soon reshape its very identity. Modern battles, money, tech, and the future of golf. As golf entered the late 20th and 21st centuries, the game faced forces even the pioneers couldn't imagine. Technology pushed players farther than ever. Titanium drivers, graphite shafts, and multi-layer balls turned tee shots into weapons. Courses once considered long enough suddenly looked vulnerable, forcing expansions and redesigns. By 2019, the USGA and R&A rewrote the rules to simplify the game. But distance was still spiraling. In 2023, they announced a rollback of golf balls, set to limit how far the ball can fly, beginning with elite events in 2028 and extending to all players by 2030. It was a bold move, sparking fierce debate. Should technology be reined in to preserve the spirit of the game? At the same time, golf's business model was shaken. The arrival of LIV Golf in 2022, backed by Saudi investment, disrupted tradition with massive contracts in a team-based format. In response, the PGA Tour struck billion-dollar deals, creating new partnerships and giving players equity stakes. The sport found itself split between loyalty, money, and vision for the future. Yet, despite controversy, golf's reach has never been wider. Asia and the Middle East host world-class events, women's golf is booming globally, and simulators bring the game indoors to new audiences. Through every twist, one truth remains. The soul of golf, honor, etiquette, and the chase for mastery still beats beneath the noise. But the question lingers. In a world of money, tech, and change, what will golf look like 50 years from now? From its humble beginnings on Scottish links, banned as a distraction, to today's billion-dollar tournaments and global stars, golf's journey is one of tradition meeting change. Every stage, the writing of rules, the rise of St. Andrews, revolutionary equipment, and the birth of championships, shaped it into more than just a sport. Golf became a culture, a test of character, and a stage where history is written with every swing. If you enjoyed this complete history of golf, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more elite sports documentaries. Drop a comment telling us your favorite moment in golf's history. Was it a Legends Major win or the roots of the game in Scotland? Your story might inspire our next video.